Jesus Billboards could use some work. I don't know how effective they are anymore. I feel like the young people would maybe appreciate modernizing Jesus Billboards. So that's where I step in, okay? Today we're gonna be looking at Jesus Billboards, some crazy, some insane. One has Jesus with tanks. That'll be fun to improve. Tanks will be gone when I'm done with that. That's insane. I remember him riding a donkey. I don't remember him nudging to one of the disciples like, hey, grab the tank, it's parked out back. But we're gonna be fixing these Jesus Billboards, starting with Jesus is Lord. Very simple billboard, very muted colors. I feel like if I'm driving on the road, I look at that, I don't even pay attention to it. At the bottom, it has billboardsforjesus.com. What is that website for? Is this like a billboard to buy Jesus Billboards? It doesn't even have a phone number or anything. We have to be able to call someone. I don't wanna spend a lot of time on this because there's a lot of billboards. So for each one, I'm setting a 5-minute timer. Once the clock strikes 5, I have to be done. Well, that doesn't make, no. Once the iPhone timer strikes 5 minutes, then I have to be done. All right, we're starting the timer. There we go. Okay. What do kids like? What is Gen Z? Mr. Beast. We need Mr. Beast, I think. Let's look up Mr. Beast. Let's get this. This is good. Save image to downloads. Okay, I think that's saved. Let's place an image. Okay, shoot, already a minute gone. Okay, place. So we removed him. Let's put him here. There we go. Now we have Mr. Beast behind the letters. Let's remove billboardsforjesus.com and let's get some color in here. Oh shoot, I should have thought this. Okay, I don't have that much time. I have 2 minutes left. Let's just get it like really oh, that's good. Okay, let's get the hue. Let's get it going like boom. What else do kids love? They love Fortnite. Is Fortnite still a thing? Okay, done. Yeah, just Fortnite. Just Fortnite over the whole thing. Remove background, see what it does. Okay, sweet. We have Fortnite characters. All right, is that better? Time's up, and I at the last second, I accidentally moved the billboard. I don't know if I fixed it. I'm not the best with Photoshop, especially under pressure. Let me just do some work really quick, and the next one will actually stay 5 minutes. I want this to be good, so. That was about like 7 minutes more, but I think I learned a lot. But here's the final product. Isn't it beautiful? If you saw this on the side of the road and you saw a frog with laser eyes and Mr. Beast in a mountain, and you saw text that says Jesus is Lord, I think you'd stop. One fixed. I'll be straight up, I don't know if I fixed that, but I did make it something different. That's okay, we'll do better with the next one. Okay, here's a billboard. First of all, pretty low to the ground. I don't know how effective that is. We'll have to raise it up. Jesus is coming soon. Classic billboard message. I call it the movie theater billboard, where it's like, Jesus is coming soon to theaters near you. Call Uptown 18980. Not a valid phone number, first of all. If we are to assume that each letter is a number, there's too many numbers. There's actually one too many numbers. So it's just physically impossible to call this billboard. We'll have to fix that too. We'll just get into it, see what happens. Okay, let's start now. Okay, first order of business, we need to raise this billboard up because it needs to be up. So let's try and remove the background if possible. Okay, that's just Jesus. All right, now we have Jesus Billboard. Let's get like Mount Everest. Let's put that up there, okay. All right, that looks good. Let's go ahead and put that in. Come on, we have 3 minutes left. We have so much to do. Why'd I set this constraint? This is way too little time. So we have this in the background. Let's take this. It gets super high up. It's really high up. Let's get a wooden pole. There we go. So it's way in the distance now. So then last order of business, we have a minute and a half left. Let's remove this. Okay, that's not better. All right, that's cool. Let's just, what do I do? What's John Cena's phone number? Okay, 202, let's Command-Shift-4 that right there. Let's put that in here. Desktop probably, right? Okay, there we go. Stop, we're done. I did it under 5 minutes. Let's go. Look how good this looks. High up, first of all, good placement. If you're hiking Mount Everest, you're gonna wanna convert, okay? There's not a lot of competition there. And then the phone number is John Cena's phone number. And honestly, what's more delightful than calling a Jesus Billboard and hearing John Cena? Maybe that can convert him too. So maybe it's like a two-way street. You call being like, what's this Jesus thing about? And John Cena's like, I don't know, let's figure it out together. That's 2 fixed. Let's continue on. This is an interesting one. I'm not sure what the point is of this one. Fear not, come on in. I don't know if that's a Bible verse. It doesn't say, it's not in quotes. So maybe they're just improvising with Jesus' dialogue, which would make sense because the other thing on the billboard is zombies. So obviously they're improvising a little bit. Again, this is not in the Bible, I don't think. Well, Lazarus being resurrected. Kind of zombie-esque, but he wasn't like undead. Jesus also famously rose from the dead, but it wasn't really zombie vibes. I'm confused about this woman just kind of lounging in a pool. This Jesus looks a little bit confused. He doesn't look that happy. The zombies, definitely got to keep that in. I feel like that's the most entertaining part of this billboard. You know, I feel like we should center the piece around that. Let's start the timer. Okay, all right. What do I do? I should have thought more. I should not have started the timer. Okay, we're keeping the zombies. Maybe this could be like a Walking Dead billboard, you know? Oh, maybe it is like Lazarus raised from the dead, and they're like, come out, Lazarus. And then it's like, Walking Dead Lazarus edition. Okay, tomb, Lazarus was in a tomb. Okay, let's place this. Okay, we have the tomb. I think we're gonna have the zombies coming out of the tomb. I think that's my vision for this. So then like select subject. Maybe I just select everything like this. I think this is good. And then the zombies can be coming out like that, and then mask it. All right, maybe blow this up even more. This is not working how I intended it to work. That's fine. Okay, I have 2 minutes left. This is not working. Okay, so we're gonna go, let's select the zombie. We have like this. This kind of works. This kind of works, right? Okay, and then we can have text. We need text here. Oh shoot, Lazarus, come on out. Let's get a nice arrow in here. Good YouTube thumbnail arrow. Okay, all right, that was 6 minutes, 50 seconds. I cheated a little bit. And even with that amount of time, I could not save it. Here is the final product. This one might not have been fixed. The other ones were a stretch. This was like a definite making it worse. It was tough. It was already so crazy. I feel like to fix it, you kind of just had to start over. Fixing it was like, let's not have this up on a billboard because it's confusing and I don't think communicates the right point. So maybe I did fix it by kind of diluting it a little bit. I tried to make it like a Lazarus horror movie poster, which is like a little sacrilegious. So I'm glad I didn't do it well. I did a big red arrow to point at the woman who's enjoying herself to be like, you will enjoy this movie. I did accidentally cut off the rest of the words. So it just says fear in the corner, which is unfortunate, but works for a horror movie. It works for a horror movie poster. This is what you get. This is what you get when you can only do 5 minutes or 6 minutes and 40 seconds. Now this is a classic. This is like the classic hits of Jesus Billboards. Heaven or hell. Which one you going to? Now the problem I have with this is that I feel like when you call, you know exactly what the person is like gonna pitch, you know what I mean? So it's like not exactly like a fun question, like lead in. It's like, you know exactly what the conversation's gonna be. I know you're just gonna say that you want me to go to heaven. I also wanna go to heaven. Out of these two options, I'm picking heaven. I think anyone's picking heaven 10 out of 10 times. So what if we made a more intriguing question that would make you wanna call? I'm not gonna think much more about that. We're just gonna start the timer. Okay, where are you going? Heaven or hell? What's a better question? Puppies or bananas? Where are you go? Maybe we stick with where are you going? Where are you going? A tunnel full of bees? Ooh, tunnel full of bees or a bridge full of daggers? No, that's too. A tunnel full of bees or a tunnel full of scorpions? That's interesting. Let's get a tunnel here. Tunnel, here we go. This is a good tunnel. Let's put that in here. We're chilling on time. We're literally chilling on time. We got the idea so fast. Let's put it here. That's the wrong one. Here's a tunnel. Let's just get the tunnel portion, make that mask. I guess we'll just cover the number. Who needs to call the number? Copy that. We're gonna go over here. Bee swarm. Bee swarm, swarming bees. Let's remove background. Can you tell that it's bees? Let's get them bigger. Here we go. 2 minutes left. We need to hurry. Scorpions, I feel like that bees are the clear winner, right? Maybe it's like giraffes. That would be goofy. And it's gotta be something small. Loose Lego bricks on the floor of the tunnel. Maybe spiders. Maybe spiders. Spiders swarm PNG. All right, we have less than a minute left. There are the spiders. You can't really tell what they are, but we don't have time to fix it. Bees. Let's put that here. Spiders. And let's put that here. And the phone number is not there anymore, so let's put a phone number up. All right, we have 10 seconds. We have 10 seconds. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Can we get it? Can we get it? Can we get it? Where is it? Oh, there we go. Okay, we got it. 5 minutes, 3 seconds. Went a little bit over. That's fine. Here is the masterpiece. Where are you going? Bees or spiders? And if you want, you can call John Cena to let him know your answer. Billboard fixed. Oh my gosh, this is the best one. This is the best. This is the best one by far. I think this is objectively better. You see a billboard that says, where are you going? Bees or spiders? And you see a phone number, you're calling that phone number 10 times out of 10. Next one. All right, this is a little blurry because I had to blow it up a lot so you could see it, but it's Jesus in a wheat field, which is interesting. I don't really know what the point of this is. It's kind of like the zombie billboard where it's like the message is very vague. So let's see what we can draw out of this. I'm gonna start the timer. We're not gonna think about it too much. Timer has started. All right, what can we do with wheat Jesus? Wheat. What do you make with wheat? You make bread. Bread. Let's get a loaf. Oh, Jesus is breaking bread. Oh, okay. What can we do with that? Communion. Let's just get the bread in there while we think what it could be, which I have no idea. Like that. And then we can say remove background. There we go. Now he's holding the bread. Okay, we have 3.5 minutes left. Maybe it's like a crowd of people wanting to have the bread, like feeding the 5,000 vibes, right? We're committing. We're committing to having a crowd. How will that work? I don't know. Okay, there's a crowd wanting the bread. Maybe he's like, there's enough for everyone. Trust me. A minute left. We have there's enough for everyone. Trust me. Maybe we have a phone number and it's like call 555-2347 for bread. Maybe this is a Panera Bread ad, you know? Let's stop. That's enough. That's enough. We finished with 30 seconds left. That's exciting. This is the first billboard that we've been ahead of time. Here is the fixed billboard. He's holding a piece of bread and he's feeding it to the crowd and he's like, there's enough for everyone, trust me. Which is kind of like, trust God, he will provide, right? And then there's like, call this number for bread. And it's like actually just like a Panera Bread or something. It's like a bread. They're a bakery maybe. It's like a bakery and they want to sell bread. And they're like, hey, Jesus gave a bunch of people a lot of bread, but he's not here physically in this space with us right now. So in the meantime, before he comes back, you can get bread with us. Another billboard fixed. Okay, this is a bold billboard. This is assuming a lot of things. If Jesus comes back in this exact spot, this billboard will be amazing. But until then, it feels like a little bit of a lie, to be honest, because he's probably not straight ahead, like directly straight there in the physical space. So I was like, what could we say is straight ahead that would make people want to accept Jesus? I think I have an idea. Let's start the timer. Starting the timer. I was like, what could be straight ahead for you to accept Jesus? And I was like, a sinkhole. What if it was like sinkhole straight ahead, accept Jesus now, quick. Like do it now before you fall in the sinkhole. Let's get a sinkhole up and going. Let's get that nice image on here. Sorry, that's probably a real sinkhole. So sorry to whoever sunk in that hole. Just kept it like this. No, no text. It's just like an ominous hole straight ahead. Let's put up the text. Sinkhole, also known as drain. Just kidding. We want to get this straight ahead up more. How can we do that? Let's copy this image here. Okay, so we're gonna do this. Mask that and put this here, and then we'll have text that says accept God quick. Okay, let's stop. That's perfect. It took us only 2 minutes and 30 seconds. That's called improvement. We're fixing these Jesus billboards in record time. That's a billboard that you're like, okay, all right, I'll accept Jesus right now, like at this second. Okay, if there's a sinkhole ahead, I gotta accept it quick. Okay, and that's what we're doing. Another Jesus billboard fixed. Let's keep it rolling. This is the last one, for obvious reasons, because I don't know how you can top this. I don't know if you recognize the link there, iwillbeback.org. Same people, I guess, as the zombie Jesus. So they're out here with some bangers. They're coming in the Jesus billboard game, like killing it. Same guy, right? Same face? Yeah, they just put the same guy up there, kind of, oh, I don't know if I should be here. That kind of Jesus, like, oh, this feels wrong, I don't know. Definitely regretting his decision to bring in tanks and the army. Again, I'd like to repeat, not the heart of Jesus. I don't think this is what Jesus is like in heaven, just waiting to call in the troops and the tanks and stuff. So I would like to fix this. I'm not sure how. Starting the clock for 5 minutes. Okay, here we go. I don't know, how do you fix this? What do you do? Like, how do you add more to this billboard? I feel like you have to take away. Maybe we just replace it with another billboard and start from scratch, because that might just be fixing it. There's another billboard I skipped over for time's sake, but it's just this. It's just Jesus with a period. So why don't we just do that? And then we go from there. First off, we should change the punctuation instead of just like Jesus. It's kind of like monotone. It is cool because it's like he's the final word sort of thing. But I feel like to be more energetic, we could do Jesus. So we have to be careful that's not like an exclamation. Although maybe we could bring back the other billboard and we could have this on top of it, like, Jesus, what are you doing? Or a question mark, Jesus? Did you bring tanks? Let's try and select these tanks here, because I do think it's important, right? Like, you gotta keep some aspect of it, and then we can move this. We only have 1.5 minutes left. I've been slacking. Let's get some explosion. We'll just draw some explosion. I have 30 seconds. Okay, we'll just draw some explosions. Okay, we have 15 seconds. Let's just get like a 5 seconds. Okay, this is like becoming even more blasphemous, I feel like. All right, okay, 5 minutes, 2 seconds. I feel like that counts as on time. I kind of don't enjoy what just happened. I don't like the final billboard, but I'll show it to you. Jesus, and then there's like an I think maybe he's like fighting sin. Maybe that's sin. Sin is saying and he's fighting it and he's conquered it and he's conquering it with tanks and not people screaming or zombies screaming, but sin itself. And he just destroyed it and we're like, Jesus, woo! Jesus destroyed sin with tanks, which is not biblically accurate, might I stress. That's another one fixed. Can we give it up for all the billboards we fixed? That's incredible. That's amazing. If you are the owner of one of these billboards, feel free to reach out if you want my new design to throw up on your billboard. If you want to send me any more Jesus billboards to fix, please do. You can DM me at Vansilite Comedy on Instagram. I would love to compile a bunch more for another video. I feel like I got a lot better as we progressed. Oh, what's this? Is this another billboard that I see? That's weird. What is that? What's going on?